Hey everybody, it's been a while. I've been traveling a little bit, but I've got quite a bit of work done on this truck, and I'll show you some of the videos now. I feel really happy where we're at right now. So as you can see, I did some patches right here, and I've got that started. So excited with how it's turning out. So here's some videos. Around the outside. Been working on this crumpled piece of tin foil, and I ground out the weld that was right here. I need some help knowing if I cut this out, am I in for a world of hurt when I weld it back in? Am I going to get that able to roll and look right? Help me before I make a mistake. Thanks. So I didn't get any comments, so I cut it. I hacked it out. So there it is, and now I'll start welding her in. I'm hoping that seems presentable. I'm gonna grind a little bit more across there, Bondo, sand it. I think it looks a lot better than that garbage that was there before. I guess it looks almost sixes. I don't know, right there. It'll look good with Bondo. So tonight I've been working on this bedside. I've got some time lapse of how I got it cleaned up. I sprayed it with my phosphoric acid, and looks like almost new stamped material right there. Let me show you what it looks like. I think it looks pretty. So went across, ground it out. I've pounded out some of the dents I can get to. Some of them I'm gonna have to work on when I get the wood out of the inside. But that's all silver metal right there, and this is working out nicely. All of that looks really good. Everything looks really good except for that. That's my next thing I've got to conquer. But overall, I sanded this rail off so it would get all that black. I don't know if you remember how that corner looked, but they sprayed this whole side black. But that's how the bedside looks. Then I need to do more on this. Moving it around, it's cracked. But I know I've got to do some more welding across that. But I've worked really hard to try and get the shape back. There's a bad ridge right here. I got that ridge completely gone. Got to cut this out. I'm going to patch it the same as here, right there. I'm probably going to pull these rivets out. There's a support brace in there that I've got to pull out and either weld that in and grind it flat before I sand everything down. I haven't decided yet what to do there. This side, I couldn't get my step to line up. This out here a little bit. But the step goes right in right here. Oh, I need to fix that too. But the step pockets in right here, and it wouldn't ever line up. I'm guessing that right there has a lot to do with it, with that being broke. Because if that pulls in, it racks the whole thing a little bit, and I think that'll give me my clearance for my step to go over. But still got to sand this whole inside, or wire wheel it, and then I'm gonna rust reform it and shoot it with undercoating, put her together. Again, I don't think there's rubber for this, like there is on the front fender to the cow. So I'm just Hopefully it doesn't squeak, but thanks again for subscribing and watching my videos and teaching me what I have learned. You guys are awesome. Hey everybody, tonight I decided I'm just gonna make a mess and clean the bed out. I've done quite a bit on this side. Got my wheels on. Been working on the side because I need to push it out so I can fix that thing. Let me show you. So pulled that post pocket off and there's a little bit of cancer. Thinking I'm gonna cut it right up through here, then come down into there and cut it back. Hopefully be right where I need to, or that seam will be right on the edge of the post pocket. But everything else, I think, on that, this is rust reformer that I sprayed on. I think it cleaned up pretty nice, and in the end, I'm hoping to make it look like that. We shall see. There was rust there a year plus ago. It was cold. That's all I know. It was winter, I think. But I'm interested to see how I can try and mimic that there. I've got an idea. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to give it a shot. So right now I'm just going to start pulling this wood out, and then when boys are gone tomorrow, I'll push it outside. I really need a bigger garage, but got all the wood knocked out. I started on this front edge, treated it with phosphoric acid, and then sprayed it with rust reformer primer. Rust reformed that too. I'm not very happy because I got some splashing. It bugs me that I did that, but that's rust reformed. You can see little spots there from it. Still need to clean all this out, then undercoat it. Have this little bend. This is where the step bolts in. Step also bolts there. Need to do a little bit of remodel here. I think I'm gonna take this garbage weld off and pound it back together, beat that dent out, and re-weld it. I'm replacing this rear sill with a new sill. I didn't have time to get to that rusted out mess because Hyatt and I, we worked on this. Hyatt did a good job. This thing was creased. Had a giant, like almost 90-degree crease in it right there. And Hyatt got it beat out pretty good. So happy. This is off the 61. It's like there's a little bit of Bondo there, but this here, my tinfoil fender, I learned a thing or two. This is my garbage first one. I think I'm gonna wind up getting it cool, or heating it, and then freezing it, making it cold so it'll shrink. But this is my second one, and it feels pretty dang good. I think I rolled it over all right. I need to pull this side out a little bit. Still got a few more welds there. Need to grind that, pound that little dent out. But I still have this to do, and that I've got to cut out and redo everything. So that's how far I got today, and pulled the truck back in the garage, pushed it in. There's no pulling that thing anywhere. It's supposed to rain, so I thought I'd get it in here because I still have a bunch of stuff inside. And yeah, but so I've been working this thing over the last 2 weeks. Patch here, patch there, patch right there. Let me see if I can find the ones I replaced. So I might have shown this before, but it's been a couple weeks, but that is what was in that spot right there. And that's what I got now. That right there was right here. It's in that. You can see the shape it was in. Guess it was that way. Yeah. But from that to that, I think this thing's turned out pretty good. Still need to replace that, but I got that put back on the truck. So next, I don't know. We'll see where I go from here. Thanks for watching. Came out tonight because I had put this patch in. I wasn't sure how well it would match up with that step. I know I've got to raise this a little bit. I need to get some sort of a grommet or piece of rubber underneath the bed. Raise it up a little bit. I'm not near the inch they say I'm supposed to be, but at least on the door I'm straight. I've got to do something about adjustment here. That's a little off. But right there's how that crumpled piece of tin foil turned out. I'll figure out a way to bondo the heck out of it. Got to see if this is right here. Imagine. Oh, yeah, there's that space, that rod that goes right under here to the frame to hold that out. See if I got that side kicks in there too. Needs to be pushed out and turn, causes that front to twist in. That raises out, that pulls away. But that might be why there's a metal brace right there that I need to put in back behind my patch. If you got direction, I'd appreciate a little bit. Thanks. So I pushed it out in the yard today, out into the sun. Got all this patchwork done on the fender. Have this bolted up. I think that looks pretty good. I'll get some rubber in between there so it doesn't wobble a lot. Got a little bit of work left to do on my patina. If you back up, you might need to take a little bit more of that blue off, but I think it's looking pretty good. That's the job I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna come up across here, sand it, make sure all of that's good metal. Come right down this edge, come across right there, cut it out, and then my post pocket should go right over the top of it. Let me go get it. Here's my post pocket I got. Pretty sure I got it from LMC. There's the number. That guy slides right over like that and up in. Maybe one hand, that's tough there. Right like that. That's how that guy goes on. And then I'll push that in, get the hook to line up. I'll drill some holes in it to try and line up with where these spot welds were. Get it all to line up. This thing's all wonky. I have a new one of these guys. Got to go along and cut these out. Put that fellow in there. Then go to welding that in. This is one I did last year. I still need to sand it down. That's all Bondo. Hopefully I've come a long ways on it. And then the patina on the inside. No clue how I'm gonna make that work to redo 70 years of that, but we'll give her a go. Went across there and I ground it down. All of that's kind of rough, but I think rust reformer should fix it. Come right down across there where it's good, and right there. That's where I'm at right now. So there it is, all cut out. I buffed that up a little bit right there because I'm gonna weld those holes in. They're in like that. It's a little spot for straps, but I don't want it anymore. So now I'll make a cutout for that out of cardboard pattern. So there's my pattern for my piece that I'm gonna weld in. Chilling out here in the dark. I got that top is the old sill. Got it off, and then that is the bottom sill. Had some issues with this lower, that back plate. You have got to make sure that that frame is in tight, or those don't line up. But also, I don't know who else is going to be doing a Code 504 kit, because they are a thing of the past apparently. But I am still fairly happy with it. But that's what I got, and I still don't know how I'm gonna patina this thing. I got that post pocket kind of lined up. Need to drill some holes in it so I can spot weld it, clamp it and spot weld it. But that's where I'm at. So just a little recap of everything that I've got done on this side of the truck in there. I got that photinaed. I can probably start once I get the bed all squared up. I can get this patinaed out. I got everything stripped off this side and sprayed with rust reformer. Sprayed the inside of this post pocket with rust reformer. Started spot welding that on and realized I didn't have a big enough clamp. Still got the clamp. And this tin foil, I've got it looking fairly good, I think. Welded that patch in. That was my first one. Kind of ugly. This was my second one, and I think that one turned out pretty good. I know I've got to probably do some backing here. I'm worried about cracks in the future. So then I'll bundle that up and start photinaing this entire side. And I put in a new rear sill right there. Lining a post pocket up with the rear sill. Make sure you line this up. Don't worry about the bottom. Line that up. I think I made a mistake, but we shall see. But that's a recap. Hopefully I took video and I've got that all shown somewhere. But the old truck's coming together. Do you think I should get new strips or just buff these down and make them clear and put clear on them? They aren't that rusted. None of them are rusted through. So let me know in the comments. I'm working this fender over, getting ready to do Bondo on it, sprayed a guide coat on it. Working really hard to get that as smooth as I can. This thing was such a piece of tin foil, crumpled. Patch, but I've almost got it.